everyone. There are 14 punctuation marks in English. So I'm going to tell about full stop. Full stop is one of the most commonly used punctuation marks, and it is also called the period in America. And so we can use full stop in the following cases. First one, the main use of full stop is to mark the end of a sentence that is complete statement. And for example, she's a doctor, and it is also used. It's also used. The second one, after initials. For example, U.S. It's United States. United Kingdom. It's written.
You mean that
UK.
you have to use full stop for abbreviations.
For abbreviation.
Abbreviations.
And it is used after the first letter of abbreviation word. For example, BBC, that is broadcasting, British Broadcasting Corporation. And third one, we can use full stop. Common sentences that tells someone to do something. For example, open the door, close the window. And next one, a full stop is used at the end of a sentence that is indirect questions. For example, he asked me why I missed the concert. In this case, we cannot use a question mark. And last one, full stop is also used in website addresses. In computing, it's usually called a dot. For instance, www.youtube.com and so on.
Thank you.
That's all.
Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. I'm going to speak about comma, which is most used punctuation mark. Comma, we can use comma between a list of words or phrases. If, for example, I bought 2 pens, notebook, and book from the shop yesterday. We can also use the comma between 2 sentences, like she was hurried and she ran to her work. We can use comma among short sentences also. It's winter, comma, and it's snowing now.
Is that all?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm question mark. I'm known as an interrogation point or query in journalism. Also, I am a punctuation mark that indicates interrogative clause or phrases in many languages. I'm not used in the indirect speech. For example, he asked if I had seen the film yet. In these sentences, we must put full stop at the end of the sentence because it's indirect speech. Also, I'm used in place of missing or unknown data. In addition, you can see me in the at the end of the sentence which begin with YH questions. For example, who are you? Full stop. Which books do you like? Sorry, question mark.
It's not so bad.
Where did they go? Question mark.
Thank you. Thank you. Applause them, please. Please. So, your name is? Uh-huh.
Now I'm going to speak about colon.
You are colon. Am I right?
Yes, I'm colon. And in general, colon has grammatical and non-grammatical rules. First of all, I'm going to speak about the grammatical rules of colon. The first of the rules is colon is used to introduce list of the items. For example, first year students are majored in 3 subjects. We use colon after the word subject, and we can continue the sentence like they are integrate skills, writing, reading skills, and language aspects. The second rule of the colon is emphasize the word at the end of the sentence. Word, single word, or phrase, it doesn't matter. For example, the jury has finally reached the decision. We use colon after the word decision, and you can continue guilty. The third one of the rules is we use colon between 2 independent clauses. For example, I cannot learn the language. We use colon after the word language, and we can continue, and we will explain why we cannot learn the language. It can be like because I will start my job next week. Like this, we use colon. And non-grammatical rules, several. First one, colon is used to separate hours and minutes. For example, can I write?
Yes, please.
11 and 35. This column is used here, not to separate them.
Not to separate, yeah?
Yes. And ration in mathematical way is
And
nothing and 3. Like
It's mathematical way, yeah?
And also we use
Colon.
in shortage, for example,
Short form of what?
attention.
Abbreviations you mean? No?
Attention.
Uh-huh.
Something like
Uh-huh.
and that's all for column.
Thank you. Applause him, please. We like your work. Thank you. So you are semicolon?
Yes.
Yeah?
Hello everyone. I'm going to talk about a semicolon. It's kind of punctuation, hybrid, half comma and half period thing. And semicolon consists of a dot about comma, and there is a number of use. It's first one, separate sentence where the conjunction has been left out. For example, Ahmed likes to play soccer and David likes to play cricket. And there is a semicolon. And the second one is to make the gap between 2 sentences smaller. For example, let's go to the library and there is a semicolon, and it's the only place where I can fully concentrate on. And the third rule of semicolon usage is to introduce a new complete sentence with words such as otherwise, however, instead, kind of. And example is I didn't finish the text. Instead, I watched the news. That's all.
Thank you.
So, given punctuations to me are apostrophe and
Apostrophe, ellipsis.
Not one, more than one. And I'm gonna begin apostrophe. Apostrophe is even confusing for native English speakers, but there are only 2 rules, main rules of using this punctuation mark. And first one is it shows position. For example, let me write on the slide.
Yeah.
For example, here punctuation mark is making very important role because it is showing possession with the letter S. And possession means someone owns that something, and here apostrophe means possession. I mean Madina's laptop, and this laptop is only Madina's. So it's called possession. And the second role is of using apostrophe is when you are going to use abbreviations. Apostrophe use it in place of the letter that are removed from the word. For example, I'm gonna give very simple explanations. Here, apostrophe is making abbreviation, and here it is used in place of O. So this calls apostrophe abbreviations.
We have to use here apostrophe in order to show the shortness, yeah?
Yes.
That we want to abbreviate the negative form not. Yeah?
And second is ellipsis. Ellipsis is a punctuation mark that consists of 3 dots. But plural form of ellipsis is not adding by es like other nouns, but its plural is like this. It is plural noun of ellipsis. And there are also 2 rules of using this punctuation mark. And the first one is when you are gonna omit one word, phrase, or paragraph, you are use apostrophe. No apostrophe, no ellipsis.
Ellipsis.
For example, full sentence. I'm gonna write full sentence. And today. Here. Why I put ellipsis here?
Ellipsis.
Because after long hours of study is less relevant. So it is in this case we can use ellipsis when the part of the sentence is less relevant. So here it is used. And the second usage of ellipsis is it means hesitation, and if you are not sure about something, you can use ellipsis here. For example, second, I don't know. I'm gonna put ellipsis here. I am not sure. Writers in novels give ellipsis here if the person do not sure about something. So it's the last usage.
It was very interesting. Am I right, students?
Yes.
Do you agree? Thank you very much for your participation. Take your places.